Hey, happy Friday out there, everybody. Come on in. Welcome to my sacred space here. I'm Emily Harrison, founder, director of the Akashic Academy. And I work with intuitive visionaries and entrepreneurs who are ready to maximize their connection with the Akash, meaning they are ready to up-level their ability to interface with the field of master intelligence so they can get instantaneous feedback that comes in the form of wisdom, guidance, and clarity. One of the biggest problems that we have here on this plane, the biggest challenges, I should say, is the speed of manifestation in this reality, the speed of anything really in this reality. Why we definitely are feeling like time is speeding up, and to a certain degree, from certain perspective, from certain stories it is. And while we are also noticing our ability to manifest more quickly, you hear a lot of spiritual teachers and thought leaders talk about instant manifestation and how quickly we're manifesting. The truth is we're living in a physical reality where things vibrate a lot slower. So if you go back and remember from your elementary science classes and you learn about the different states of matter, physical matter is the one that vibrates the slowest. So as we are experiencing a physical reality, we are experiencing this slower vibration. So when we learn to increase our ability to interface with the Akash, or to get instantaneous feedback, instantaneous intelligence, what we're doing is we are shortening the gap of how long it takes us to understand ourselves, to understand our mission, to develop our mission, to develop methodology around our mission, because the people who come and work with me are here to do big things on the planet. Say amen if this is landing for you. Welcome everybody. I'm just preaching a little bit and introducing myself as we are getting started here today. And while we're waiting for some more friends to join us, which by the way, let's invite some friends to join us here in this space. Truly, the more of us who gather and do this work together, the more we create a coherence and the more we amplify not only the vibration that we're sending out, but your individual experience today will be amplified if you not only share this out, but if you also experience just being in a big container where there are people who are ready to grow. So if this is the first time you are joining, please say hello. You know what? I know what the other secret is. I do like going back to say hello to you if you're a first timer. Actually, I like everybody to say hello and to say where you're from. I definitely like to know you first timers so I can go back and welcome you. But I also, it helps the algorithms. I'll just cut this shit with you. It is fantastic as well. Oh, geez. Hang on. Let me just make sure I'm not a bull in a china closet here telling you my secrets, okay? Yes, I normally tell you the 5D reason behind why we tell everybody where we're from, so we can begin to create this visual connection, right? It also, I'll cut the shit, like I said, it helps the algorithms. It helps bring more people into this space, which is also supporting the frequency of the container. So yes, let me know where you're from. I'm seeing people join, but I'm not seeing any comments today. And I'm not seeing any love, likes, or hearts across the screen. Guys, shoot me some hearts and let me see if I can see them. Nope. I don't see a thing. All right. I do see you all out there with me, though. Michael, okay, there we go. Hello. Hello from Ontario. Oh, maybe you guys just weren't talking yet. Here we go. Greetings from Romania. Timisoara, Romania, from Georgia. Awesome. Hello from Macon, Georgia. I love it. Queensland, Australia. Kelly in the house. Right on. So what we're going to do today by synchronizing, see you, Nicole, by synchronizing our breath is we're going to shift our state of consciousness. Okay? And we're going to facilitate an experience here together where you can actually experience the Akash, the realm where all information from soul level intelligence, master level intelligence, this is not tainted by any kind of human or other experience, it is just pure intelligence, is located many different places. Okay, you can locate the Akash through your DNA. The Akash, you can locate it all around you, like it permeates everything around us. You can locate the Akash through different dimensional layers of Mother Earth. You can locate the Akash by shifting your consciousness and moving into a higher state. You can locate the Akash in dream time. What we're going to do today is just experience what it's like to move into a state of consciousness where our subtle awareness is informing us, not the awareness of everything else around you, of your physical senses, but your subtle, your internal awareness. And I want you to have an experience of being able to locate the Akash, or this source of wisdom, this source of God, Goddess, mind that resides within you at all times. Okay? So I want you to sit up nice and straight. Feet down on the ground. I got my legs crossed. I'll put my feet down. And we're just going to simply start breathing. Take a nice deep breath in, slowing ourselves down, returning to the breath, primordial substance. Your breath is technology, by the way. It's this powerful tool you can use to alchemize any situation. Good, we're exhaling. Good, take a nice deep breath in. Why don't you count to 4 or 5, whatever number feels good to you. Nice, long, slow breaths. Good, and if you haven't closed your eyes yet, I want to invite you to close your eyes, turning your awareness all the way inward. Letting the world outside just fall away for a few moments here, allowing yourself to become very centered, very still. To meet yourself. Maybe this is the first time you've actually slowed down enough to meet yourself today. To meet your soul. So begin to feel the breath as it's moving through the body. And see if you can locate. It may be in a specific location, or it may feel more like a nothingness. And both are okay, but see if you can locate the Akash within you, the parts of you, the essence, the quantum energy residing within you that is all-knowing intelligence, that already knows the solutions to your biggest challenges. And just see if you can locate that part of yourself. And once you've located that part of yourself, I want you to stay with it. There are no wrong answers here, so you can't get it wrong. Hello, David Vega. Just leave your awareness there in that place. If it's a nothingness, try to evaporate your awareness into nothingness. Surrender yourself to the nothingness. If you found your Akash or your wisdom center in your heart, in your gut, in your shoulder, I don't care where you found it, just be with it. No expectations, just presence. Taking a few more cycles of breath here. And even though we're sitting here in a state of surrender, in a state of non-expectation, not asking for anything, just knowing and locating and being with this part of ourselves, transformation is happening, because as you're slowing down and as you're relaxing now, the wisdom of this Akash is flowing into all areas of your body that have been too tight to hold and receive the wisdom. So I want you to witness that happening. With my accelerator students, we've been talking a lot about shame, money shame, sexual shame. A lot of times the shame and unprocessed emotions get stored in the sacral chakra, in the womb. And as that imbalance ruminates through the body, eventually we will see physical symptoms within our body in those areas that represent the emotion that has been stored and unprocessed. Now that you've taken this time to slow down and breathe, the wisdom of your Akash can flow into all areas of your body. This is embodied wisdom. This is not wisdom that you're downloading, that you're reaching with your mind, that you're trying to put into words. I'm the only one who has to talk here. You can just sit and receive. The more deeply you breathe, the more the energy will move through your body. And for those who are just joining, I highly recommend going back, watching this again from the beginning, because we did a full experience here that will take you into a state where you can increase your ability to know your Akash, to know the wisdom within you. And that's the key. It's like any other relationship, just being in knowingness, present, listening, not needing anything. And by doing that, we opened up channels within your body that where you have been tense today, where your body is holding the emotional trauma or the unprocessed challenges that you have, or deep karma that you have, or areas where you're stuck, this wisdom is now flowing into those places. So what you should notice is some spaciousness, some new ideas coming in. I want you to reach out to me when that happens. Will you do that? Send me some hearts, love, likes across the screen. That will be that's your code for Girl Scouts honor. Yes, Miss Emily, I will reach out to you and I will let you know when my Akash begins talking to me in a way that I can talk to you about it. I want you to do that, okay? And I want you also to notice, I'd love to hear about more of what your experience has been. So let's just take a few moments before we wrap up here, and either do one of two things for me. Share something, people, damn it, all right? Either share your experience or share this out on your timeline or in the groups that you like to frequent. I see here Miss Kelly Grossman said, I literally had breathe tattooed on my arm yesterday to remind me of its power. And well, just to remind myself, hang on, there's more, tap to see more. And just to remind myself to breathe. Kelly, will you take a picture and show us? I know that there's healing time that you might want to go through with a tattoo, but I totally want to see that. Vanita, hello from Chicago. We'll have to go back and watch the replay. Yes, Vanita, don't miss this one. Gloria, thank you for those hearts. It's been a really powerful experience, sharing breath again more regularly with you all. It's just one of the easiest things that we can do. Judy says, reminds me of Reiki. Cool, Judy, why? I'm curious. Let's open up the conversation a bit more. Yeah, so share either what your experience was with that breathing, finding the Akash, and allowing that wisdom to flow into other areas of your body. Or share this out somewhere so somebody that you love or somebody that you don't even know who needs to be touched by this knowledge and this experience today can have that experience. And for me, like, I notice instant change within the body. I notice that I'm calling forward peace. I notice I tend to hold a lot of tension up here. My massage therapist is like, Emily Suzanne, get those shoulders down and back. I tend to get all the tension, so I relax and feel the peace. And it's not just within the physical body, but I alchemically feel it within my tissues, within my energy body. There's an expansiveness. It's actually, if I had to pinpoint it, I could pinpoint it like right under here. The sternum for you just feels like I'm breathing space, like I'm just pulling as much space as I need in from this section of my body. So I'm getting to like know myself and my body more, right? And I think we're all alchemists, in certain ways. I'll wrap up with a little story here today. I've been an alchemist since I was a little girl. I used to make potions in my granny's bathroom. Go ahead and pull up the anchor to her sink. It's not called an anchor. What is it called? It's not called a tab either. Stopper, maybe. Plug. I pull the plug on the sink and I start dumping out the woman's lotion and her shampoo and her conditioner and her gray hair rinse. And I'm just like stirring it all in the sink and putting it back in her putting it back into the jars. She was horrified when I would come visit because I would make new stuff out of all of her beautiful products. So that was one way that I have been a chemist for a long time. I also noticed this about myself. I used to love the Jelly Bellies and making, like doing the alchemistry with the Jelly Bellies. Right? You would take the cherry and then the chocolate pudding. And I've been loving this kind of mixing of elements for a long time. Although now, Jelly Bellies, they ruined it. I'm bummed at Jelly Bellies because now, I don't know how many of you guys have kids, they're called bamboozled and they're like booger flavored jelly beans. And rather than making cool alchemical concoctions with your jelly beans, you're daring your brother and sister to eat dog shit flavored jelly beans and like you become cool after that. Like, what's that teaching our society? Come on, Jelly Belly, you're off to a good start and now it's ridiculous. All right. All right. So that's my Jelly Belly story, my being a kid and loving playing with this idea of alchemy. Now I play with it with my breath. You guys are experiencing here just playing a little bit with breath and intention, breath and awareness. You can also play with breath in terms of the timing, the duration, I should say, of your inhale. If you hold the breath at the top and the bottom, you're going to get a different effect. You can make the exhale longer than the inhale. These are all ways that we can learn to play alchemist. I work with my advanced Akashic Record students who have learned to tap and read their Akashic Records and to develop their own unique genius. We work on making medicine. We work on creating and imagining and alchemizing new ways that society can potentially run. Like it's all this idea of taking elemental components of how we know and understand ourselves to work in the universe around us, and then begin to create with it in really fun and playful and magical ways. You can't forget the magic. All right, I love you guys very much. I'm so happy that you're here. I left a link for you if you want to get in touch or if you want to just explore more about what's going on at the Akashic Academy. I left a link somewhere for you. Miss Nancy said, I'm so strong and clear because I can read them thanks to you. I love you, Nance. It truly is. It's a life-changing process. But just I think about that for a second. When you know how to interface with master level intelligence so that you can get instantaneous wisdom, guidance, clarity, advanced creativity, this is a tool that in essence shortens our time span of how long it takes us to manifest, how long it takes to become embodied, to know ourselves, to understand cosmic mysteries. This is why Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, and Steve Jobs were able to make the advancements in our society and for our society that they did, because they knew how to interface with this field and get intelligence that was beyond the realm of where most people could extract intelligence. Because until you learn how to use this, you are limited to the ignorance of your five senses. And I don't care how much training, how many Ivy League schools, how many degrees, how much life experience you have. If you have not opened up your subtle senses, and if you have not learned how to escape the ordinary world, you're going to be stuck there. And there's not much we can do with you there because you're stuck of your own free will. Nobody can get you out but you. I love you guys. Check out the link. Isaiah farted. Really? I have a thing about farting. I wrote a piece for the Huffington Post, classy as it could be. It was a classy fart story for a classy publication, HuffPo. If any of you guys want to read it, shoot me a private message and I will track that down for you. It's some good stuff. All right, love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you back.